If you're over 40 and you know you're meant for more, but your own goals keep getting pushed to the bottom of the list because you're busy, this is for you. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club, a pre-built follow-along morning routine for busy parents who know that they're meant for more, but let excuses keep making their decisions for them. The truth is, excuses never go away. Work gets demanding, the kids need you, you're tired, there's always something else fighting for your time. That's why here we don't rely on motivation, rely on a system. We go to bed early, we get up before our kids, and then we take action on our fitness and our goals every single morning. If that's you and you are ready to take action on your life and stop making excuses, let's get into a squat. Start it up. Let's go. All right, team. So first thing we do here every morning on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is squat. So feet go underneath the hips, heels are planted on the floor. If the heels want to come up or you feel like you're going to fall over backwards, you can grab onto a counterbalance in front of you and hold on to keep you upright. While we're here, get out of the way. What we're going to do is called some mental reps along with some breath work. So on the right of the screen, there's an animation that you can follow along for a 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, and a 4-second hold that's going to steady our breath and set us for the day. So first one on the mental reps is I am responsible. And it just means that if you want something, take accountability. Nobody is doing it for you. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. And that's more for the people around me that they get a better version and less snappy. Can I take a breath and give a better response before potentially jumping on it? Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. So many people say I can't achieve my goals because I don't have the tools or the resources. Be more resourceful. Don't worry about having everything. You can take the step today and progress is the goal. And the last one is I choose gratitude, because if you only see the things that are wrong and that need work, life is shit. So focus on the fact that there is also positive in your life and things are good. Find that balance, but keep driving. All right. Mindset Prime, let's move. Let's get after it. So let's move the body here. First movement of the day is the same every day, and it looks like this. It's getting down on the floor and getting back up. And we're gonna go 2 minutes here, just nice and steadily going through those. They don't need to be fast. They don't need to be explosive. You can walk your legs back up, and then just get yourself a hop and clap at the top just to celebrate. Celebrate the fact that you're able to do so. Celebrate the fact that you've made the decision to be here, because there are so many excuses that we can have. And, some people like to call excuses reasons. Hey, I couldn't get up early because I had to do this or whatever. Right? If you structure your life in the way that allows you to get up early and take action before your life tries to grab at your time, then you can make it happen. There are very few people out there that are so busy that they couldn't go to bed a little bit earlier, get up a little bit earlier, and take action. We get caught up in all of the comfort-seeking activities like scrolling on our phones or staring at another screen when we could be going to bed. And if we were to go to bed early, our ability to get up early before everybody else, to carve out time to make progress, becomes realistic. So in the end, we make a choice between scrolling or wasting time and progress. Because if it's important enough, we'll do it. So if you've got goals and you don't want to let them slip away, start waking up early before your kids or before the rest of your life, your wife, whatever, and take action. And don't rely on motivation to do it. We'll do it with you every day. So as we finish up our burpees here, we're going to continue the warm-up. Next stage of the warm-up, just a little more general. Good morning, team. Equipment, Terry, Steve, Tim. So we're going to go jumping jacks here, but if you don't like to jump first thing in the morning, Although we are going to be doing some jumping, feel free to go with a standing march. Otherwise, we're going to go jumping jacks. And what we're going to get into today is a 12-minute EMOM workout. Every minute on the minute of body weight movements. It's going to build conditioning, core strength, coordination, all that good stuff. And then we're going to do some strength work afterwards in the form of some back squats. Everything will be scalable. I've been coaching fitness for 25 years, so I'll have a level accessible for any fitness level. It's just about taking action, moving your body, and doing it consistently. All right, next. Whew. We're gonna bring the feet out to a wide stance, bring the hands to the floor, walk ourselves forwards till we're in the top of a nice tight plank position. Legs straight, butt squeezed, abs squeezed, and then you're gonna walk back to a stand in between. What we might do here is add a push-up. So once you get to that plank position, you can drop the knees if you want, bring it down to the floor, and then back up. Good morning, Chris. Or even, if you're feeling up to it, come out to that plank, do a push-up, and then come back up. We are gonna be getting onto some dips today. It's not a bad idea to get the pressing warmed up a little bit extra before we get into that. So we're gonna go maybe one more inchworm here, 1 or 2. One more, we'll get into our lunge and twist. So from here, from this plank position, we're gonna step out in front with 1 foot. And then we are going to take that front elbow, the elbow closest to the bent knee, work it down as close as you can to the floor, and then reach up to the ceiling. And we're gonna twist for about 5 reps. Elbow to the floor, hand to the ceiling, and just work through 5 of those, and then we'll switch sides. If you wanna let me know in the chat or the comments what time did you go to bed last night, because if you're here with us already, you've made that decision. It required going to bed early, especially if you're gonna be consistent. So let me know, what was bedtime? And is that your goal time to be able to get up and take action? One more here, we're gonna switch sides. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. That is not abnormal at all. You are not a weirdo. You can always spend more time on that tight side. Take that back knee off the ground, get a little more active here. And we're gonna get 5 again. Maple, that's my butt. Who's got a dog there irritating them? All right, next one, we're gonna do a little more specific prep for our workout. So the next one, we're gonna go just a little bit of calf raises here. So you can support yourself on the wall, and I'm gonna rock heels and toes. Heels and toes, as we're gonna be getting into some hopping today with the skipping rope. Don't worry, if you don't have a skipping rope, I've got other options for you, but let's get 10 cycles there, just warming up the ankles and the calves. And then once you've got 10 or so, we're just gonna hop, we're just gonna bounce. 20 or 30 reps, nice and easy. If you want, you can prepare even more by imagining you're holding your skipping rope at your sides and just bouncing, feet close together. Only a slight bend of the knee to absorb that shock, and then just bouncing off the toes. All right, we got that, we got that. Let's talk about today's workout, team. Professional beginners in the bed at 9:30, yes. Someone's car alarm, of course, at the hotel. But well done, way to get to bed. All right, you can see that. Okay, let's talk about this. So 3 movements today, 12 minutes, meaning 4 rounds. We got skipping, we got dips second, we got dips and toes to bar. So ideally we've got a pull-up bar for this today, maybe even a a set of dip bars, but if not, don't worry. But let's talk about this. So for the skipping, we got basically 3 options. One, you know, if you don't have a rope or you don't want to skip, jump and tap your thighs. You can jump and tap once or 2 times per jump to make it more intense. Obviously, if you have a rope, then let's go with that. You can go with a single under or doubles, whatever you have at your disposal capacity-wise. If you have some double unders, might be a good idea to work on them, build that capacity. Minute 2, we're gonna go with a dip. I've got rings, but if you don't have rings, you might have bars, you might have 2 chairs that you wanna put yourself between. Sit the legs out in front on the 2 chairs and you can dip there. If you have rings but don't have the capacity to do these unassisted, keep your feet on the floor. So I'm gonna keep my feet up or my feet down with my elbows locked out. Come to the bottom of that dip with my shoulders on the rings or biceps on the rings, and then press back out to that lockout. I like to turn out the rings at the top, elbow pits forward. Obviously, if you have the capacity to do this without the feet on the floor, then go with that. Otherwise, if you don't have chairs, I mean, you probably have chairs, but if you don't want to do the chair dip, you don't have this, you can go with a push-up. And then last movement, we're gonna hang on the bar and either just bring the knees up above the hips. Level 2 would be straight legs above the hips. And level 3 would be touching the bar. I mean, ideally the bar that you're hanging on, but mine doesn't allow for that. If you don't have a pull-up bar, go ahead with a sit-up, which would just look like lay down fully, sit all the way up. So let's take a minute here, set up your space, get any equipment you need, a rope, pull-up bar, get it all set up. Practice a few reps while we do the hook here, and we'll get on it. Let me know if you have any questions about scaling options or modifications for gear, whatever you need. If you are a busy person, you need efficiency in your workouts. This morning, all body weight, 12 minutes, and you're done. Let's go. All right, team, we got 3 movements today, 4 rounds, 12 minutes. We're going every minute on the minute. I'm gonna give you scaling options for everything here, so just hang on. Movement number 1 is skipping. So we're gonna go, you know, maybe 20, maybe 30 seconds of either just jumping, if you don't have a rope or you don't wanna skip, or single unders, meaning you jump once, the rope goes around once, or if you have them, jump once, have the rope go around twice. Move for 20 seconds or 30. That's gonna get the heart rate up, give us a little conditioning. From there, minute 2 is dips. What we're looking at is 1 set, a number that you can maintain. If you have rings or bars, you're gonna go bicep to the rings or shoulder to the rings, and then all the way up to a lockout on every one. If you don't have that capacity, keep your feet on the ground and let them assist you. And if you don't have rings or bars, you can set up 2 chairs and do your dips on chairs. Or if you don't have any of that, go ahead with a push-up. Minute 3, we're going with some variation of a toe to bar. So ideally, we've got something to hang on. Option 1, knees raised above the hips. Option 2, heels raised above the hips. Option 3, touch the bar. Once again, we're gonna aim for 1 set of each of those, maybe 20, maybe 30 seconds. If you're brand new, work for like 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. 4 rounds of this. Let's do this. If you find that it's easy, you can always turn it up, but I would take it kind of easy for the first round and then ramp up from there if you want. So we are going 12 minutes. Let's do it. 10 seconds. Starts with the skipping. 3, 2, 1. Choose a number you think you can maintain on the skipping. Breathe.
I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see.
All right. So there's 30 seconds. If you've gone for the whole 30 seconds, that's impressive. You're gonna want to breathe here. So the skipping will obviously get the heart rate up more than the other two, I think. So don't worry if it's up a little bit. 10 seconds. And we're going dips first. Once again, you can do these on chairs. Just set up 2 chairs, or push-ups is good if you don't have rings or bars. There we go, 1 set on the dips. And then whatever you choose on the toes to bar, kind of go 1 set as well. Make sure we've got some built-in rest here. If you're unfamiliar with this format, the heart rate will stay up. Because we're going from one exercise to another, as opposed to working and then resting and working and resting, the heart rate will come up and it'll stay up. So choose options that you can keep. If you get out of control, take a minute off. All right, toes to bar or knee raises. 3, 2, 1. All right, 1 set, 1 set, 1 set, and that is round 1. So breathe, 30 seconds, catch your breath, or try to walk around, have some water. All right, 20 seconds, back on the skipping. Once again, if you don't have a rope, just hop and tap. 10 seconds. A little fresh air in here. All right, and go ahead. Woo. There's 50, but you just choose what's reasonable for you. Onto our dips next. Remember, you can go push-ups or dips on chairs if you don't have them. If you don't have rings or bars. 5 seconds. Back to the dip. 2, 1. Go ahead. Seven. Shake it out. Just 1 set there. All right, you can easily do 2, but we want to have that rest built in so we can keep the pace through all 4 sets. If you're on the live stream, we got some squats afterwards, some strength work. 10 seconds, second set of toes to bar, or knee raises, leg raises, or sit-ups. 3, 2, 1.
You can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before and man, I'm not perfect. I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan. Rearranging my life and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving.
2 rounds down, team. 2 to go.
Stop what's moving. I'm changing my life.
Silo Ultra. Good morning. Cheers from Arizona. Good morning. Yeah, we're East Coast here. But thanks for hopping in, checking it out. We're here every day with a new workout. 20 seconds. Back to the rope. If you're skipping or just hop and tap. 10 seconds. We're halfway through, team. 2 more rounds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next? You got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second, this life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing, new focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your redemption, just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon, 11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you never gonna be me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me.
Woo! Skipping. They're working today. All right, dips are next. 20 seconds.
So he's been looking for
Keep breathing. Focusing on quality movement here. 10 seconds. Back to dips. 3, 2, 1.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and 3 thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna be.
Woo! We've been increasing by 1 each set so far. See if I can keep that for the last one. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ideally on the last one. How we doing, team? 20 seconds. Back to toast bar. 10.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
3, 2, 1.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Those are getting rough.
I don't wanna be a slave. I'm doing shit my
Come on, Jabes.
way or the highway. I'm in the driveway.
Abs are burning. 1 more round, team. 3 minutes. And then if you're with the live stream, we got strength work. 20 seconds. We're doing great here, team. 3 minutes to go. Stay with it. 5, 3, 2, 1. Breathe through the dubs.
You got a mind, but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst stuff.
Nailed it. That was a good skipping day. I tripped once there. Flipped the toes a couple times, but didn't trip. Woo! All right, dips are next. 10 seconds. We're breathing now. 3, 2, One set of dips. Take a sec if you need. We're going for 9 here. Yes. Let's go. One more set of toes to bar. And we're done. A little chalk here. Ten seconds. Last set here. Great work, team. 3, 2, 1.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, live a life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, hit the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win a life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the pie, put me in the ring, you'll go out in the bag, cause I sing what I'm feeling, I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red.
Finish up that last set, team. Finish it up. Walk around. Catch your breath. Great work. Remember, this is just one workout. One workout on your consistent routine that allows you to get results. There's no one workout will change it, but consistency will. So, join us every day. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's squat. All right. We are going to squat now. Amazing. Amazing. That's cool that you bring your stuff with you, Steve. Very cool. All right. Simple now. We are going to squat. So we're going to go with the back squat here with a barbell. But if you don't have a barbell, then feel free to squat with a kettlebell or some dumbbells. What you'll do, instead of doing 5 sets of 5, you might do 5 sets of 10. Right? So if you have only relative to your strength light weights, then we're just going to increase the reps a little bit. That being said, if you have a barbell or even just something that's heavy enough, maybe it's a sandbag that's heavy, that'll make a set of 5 squats challenging, then go with that. We're going to go every 2 minutes here. So enough rest time that you can push the loading a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll brief it, and then we'll prep here a little bit. So, all right. So what we're looking at, if you have a squat rack, if you don't, obviously dumbbells, kettlebells, depending on if you're doing 1 or 2, goblet or front rack maybe. But if you have a barbell, set those hands nice and evenly. Set yourself directly between the hands. Keep squeezing that bar, basically pinching that thing on the shoulder blades. Set your feet in your squat stance or shoulder width with a slight turn out of the feet. Squeeze the abs. Send the hips down and back. Ideally, we're aiming for hips below the knees at the bottom, and then stand tall at the top. So we're gonna go sets of 5 here today. So moderate loading. And yeah, we're gonna push it a little bit here. Obviously, depending on your capacity, you wanna choose weights that are accessible, but challenging. This is when I would film myself. Right, if you've never taken a video of yourself moving, especially under load, do so. I would love if you shared it with us on school or on Instagram, but as long as you see it, that's good enough. You can improve your positions and movements by watching it yourself. Obviously, if you need assistance, I'm happy to look at your technique and help out. So just taking a few minutes here and prepping, right? Warming it up progressively. You don't want to just start at your heavy weight. Get a few warm-ups in. And once again, it doesn't need to be the heaviest thing you've ever done. You just want to have to work. Because strength is built in the struggle, but also understand that movement patterns can be built without struggle. So, if you're still learning the technique, you're still new to lifting heavy, then the value is less in building strength and more in building the motor pattern, right? Teaching your body consistently how to move through that range of motion till eventually it becomes automatic, and then you can think about being aggressive. All right, I'm not gonna go crazy heavy here, so we're probably gonna start maybe one more weight here and we're gonna go for it. So hit that thumbs up button if you're already done, if you're already prepped. And we're gonna start with this here, I think. So maybe let me know what your choices are here, what your options are.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me.
All right. Okay, we can see that more or less. All right, let's do this. Be a good deal of rest in between sets. So if you want to change weights or ask questions or set up your phone so that you can film yourself, consider that. 3, 2, 1. 5 good quality controlled squats. Whether it's with a barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell, sandbag, rock. Ooh. I think I need some louder music. Knees are crunching a little bit. Turn it up. There we go. All right, 1 set down, 4 to go. Doesn't need to be the end of the world. As I'm sure I've mentioned before, right? Some days you're gonna push more than others. The key that we talk about here is just consistency. Just be here every day. And then if one day, you don't push it as hard and the intensity is a little bit lower, it doesn't matter because you stacked up all the other days. And really, what's most important is building the habit so that you just do it without thinking, and because afterwards we stack our homework on top of it, that even if the workout isn't the craziest intensity, that you still make progress with the homework and your consistent habits. So, as I'll always say, one workout doesn't make or break you. Be smart, listen to your body. It should feel challenging, but it should look good and not be painful. All right, set 2. Let's go for it. 5, 3, 2, 1. Two down. So far, so good, team. How we feeling? Feel free to let me know in the comments. What weights are we doing? How does it feel? Is this new to you? Or is this what you do normally? Also, you can let us know how many days in a row you've been with us. Love to hear about that. And then what is your homework? What is the work that you do after that is the thing that moves you? And we are going to talk about that later. But you can start priming your mind for it and thinking about what is that homework action. What is your dream that's not getting any attention? Okay. 3 more sets. 3 more sets? Yeah. 30. And if you're new here, the types of exercises we choose are always functional, right? You're almost never going to come in here and see us doing a curl or a kickback or something. It's always going to be functional movement, those that apply to real life, and different workout every day. 3, 2, 1. Keep it exciting. Keep your body working and guessing. Yeah, nice and tight in the midline. When everybody wants to be king, yeah, they all want to ring, yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a swing. You got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. Crazy to think about. I've squatted that weight for a set of 35 reps before. Pretty recently. It's actually this weight here. Crazy. 2 more sets, team. Chad is quiet. How we doing? How do the squats feel? If you're just working so hard and filming yourself that you can't reply, that's okay. 1 minute, 2 more sets. Breathe, get tight. Must have skipped over the squats. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I thought that's what you're focused on equipment. I thought the shoulder is bugging you and that's why you're going all lower body. 30 seconds. You get a nice shoulder stretch after this guy. After we're done here. 20 seconds. Once again, 2 more sets. Should be challenging but doable and look pretty good. All right, 10 seconds. Second last one. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead when you're ready. I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours. It takes some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream and louder. Work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your doubters. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. Jeez. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. 1 more to go. It's beating me up. How are we feeling? I love that, Steve. 7 days in a row. Hell yeah. Minus travel, but great. Chris, bathroom break. It happens. It happens. Try to do that before we start normally. All right, 1 more set, team. And you're thinking about your homework. You're thinking about that hour that you're gonna take next and move on your goals. Whether it's music, whether it's voiceover, whether it's learning an instrument, whether it's YouTube, whether it's writing a book, starting a new business, 20 seconds, whatever it is, take action. the only way to get there. Last set, team. 10 seconds. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Hell yeah. We did it. Hopefully you did it too. Oh my goodness. Great job. Walking around. Catch your breath. Cool down. We'll take a minute to unload and catch our breath. Give yourself a pat on the back, team. Can't even talk. Most people are sleeping. Don't forget that. Don't forget that you have taken action on getting up early before everybody else so that you can set the example, so that you can show the people around you, especially the ones that rely on you, that number one, you're going to set the example, right? That you're going to show that if there's something important to you, this is how you take action. This is how you do it. And at the same time, what you're doing is showing that, let me get there. Beep, you're showing that this life can be full, but that doesn't mean that a full, busy life takes away from your goals, right? The point is, you can do a lot. You can be busy and still take action on your goals and be successful with that, right? Just because we have, I'm gonna go with a pass-through stretch here. Shoulders are feeling a little bit tight. So hang out there, or you could do, a couch stretch, something like a couch stretch, or like a glute stretch or something if you're feeling tight in the hips. But personally, I'm gonna go with the PVC. But keeping on about that I think, and I would have thought this as well, that like once having kids and a job and a business and a farm and all that, realistically, like I was busy. And I want you to think about this, right? We are always busy, right? This is something that I'm realizing as I have kids and get busier, is when you talk to anybody, they're busy too. And this is the key here, is that we always look back as we get busier and say, how did I think I was busy back then? Or like, how did I not have time then? Because now I'm so much busier and I'm still able to keep up. And this is the point, is that we allow the tasks that we have to fill the time that we give them. So if you think you're busy now, like, yeah, you might be, but you can do more, especially if you're just intentional about it, right? If you assess your time during the day, right? Take a stopwatch with you, and every time you do something different, start the stopwatch and time. Hey, how much time do I spend doing each task in my day? And what you'll recognize is there is wasted time. There is a lot of wasted time. And I'm not saying, don't scroll or don't do any of those things. But if you have goals, don't say that I don't have time. Don't say that I don't have the resources or the tools, because we can make the tools and we can be more resourceful with what we have in order to achieve those goals, right? The people that have done what you want to do or are further along the path that you want to be on, they don't have special circumstances or special tools or anything. They've just been intentional and made the time work, right? So this is what we're talking about here. We talk about this homework concept. If you carve out an hour every day to work on your goals, you will achieve your goals. You'll also recognize that the goal isn't the point. You'll recognize that the journey is the point, and once you get to the goal, you want another journey because you don't have, that's what you want, right? The journey is the process. Working hard is the goal. And we have something that is, that is your purpose, that is what you're meant to do, and you're working towards it. You don't burn out. You don't become dissatisfied with it. You might pivot, you might meander, but if you're working on what's important, it's not work. I mean, it is. It still is work. That's a lie. But there's time for it. Life allows for it if you are intentional and, deliberate with your time. So let's watch a quick clip here of some chickens. I've been showing moving the meat birds from a different angle, so figured I'd switch it up here and give you a different video, a little more up close to the chickens. See, I'm just collecting the feeders from the day before. This is a long one. I might skip ahead, but I think it's kind of neat to watch. Right, the reason that I show these clips while we're watching this is exactly what I was just talking about homework, right? Maple, get out of there, right? I own a CrossFit gym business. We've got 2 going on 3 kids. And, obviously the 5 a.m. squat club is many hours a day, but also we are farmers. We have become farmers because we want to take control of our food. And I didn't grow up as a farmer, but this is my homework, right? I do many hours every day on the farm as well, but anything can be learned. Any skills can be practiced and learned. See, I was mentioning the other day, the chickens haven't figured out the system, and oftentimes they're stuck at the back and they get run over. So I am going pretty slow. There, we got a little bit of speed going. But this is what they do. We move every day so that they're on fresh grass, not living in their own poop. And look how clean those birds are. You will never get chicken at a grocery store that is that clean. And obviously, you'll never get chicken at a grocery store that's been outside like this. They never see the light of day. 25,000, 30,000 of those in a barn is how you get your chicken. But, the point of this, as I was saying, is not about the chicken. It's not about the farm. It is just about building the life that you want, right? It's about taking action on the thing that you think is important, right? You might look at this and be like, hey, I would love to raise chickens, but... And then there's some excuse. But the excuse is not real, right? It is in your head. Anything that you want can be done, and you can take action on it. Those are the eating chickens. Yes. Yes, these are meat birds. It's the same breed of chicken that you get in the grocery store. This is called a Cornish cross, except the ones in the grocery store are raised in a barn with 20, 30, 40,000 chickens, and they never move and they never leave. And it's a very different life. So this is still the same Frankenstein breed, and you can see that they don't grow a lot of feathers. They're pretty ugly. They're literally just like Frankenstein, meant to grow meat really fast. And you can see the meat because they don't even feather. Whereas the chickens that we raise for eggs, and I have showed you a couple videos and there'll be more coming, they look very different. They're much skinnier. They have a lot of feathers. They move way faster. And it's literally a different thing. It's a whole different thing. Humans have created this bird that, in the grocery store, the birds that you're eating have been raised for 6 weeks. That's their whole life. Most people raise them outside do 8 weeks. We'll probably do 10. But that's it. They grow so fast in that time because humans have created this monster. So, all right. Too much blabbing on the chickens. But the point is, if you want to raise chickens, raise chickens. If you want to write a book, take an hour every day and write a couple pages. Because it comes down to consistent action over thought and over planning and over, big imagination. Just act. Take action. Do we do your commemorative day 300 workouts soon? I'm assuming that's for Jody. Nice. They're so good for your soil. Yeah, absolutely. Those animals being out, that's a great point, Tim. The chickens are in the orchard right now, those meat birds. And at the end of the season or the next season, once they've been in there, those areas that they've been are the greenest on the place because that fertilizer is so fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. They disturb it, right? They scratch it up and get the bugs and whatever, which is good for the soil. And then they poop on it, and then we leave, and it rests. And that's the key, whether you care about farming or not, but is the rest. Same thing with those sheep. They hit one spot and graze it down, and then they don't come back to that spot for at least 30 to 60 days to let that soil rebuild and the plants to recover so that we heal the soil and grow healthier animals. All right, team. So that's enough blabbing on farming, I think, for today. Remember, you don't need to be a farmer. You just need to work on your goals, whatever they are. So, team, you guys have been fantastic. Special shout outs to members, Jody, Jason, Ryan, Yaroslav, Chris, Adam, Rose, and Shirley. But everybody who's joining us, you guys are incredible. If you got extra homework, find someone who would benefit from this and invite them for tomorrow. Have them join us. You know, share it with them either on your social media or specifically to one person. That's definitely the most effective. But I love you guys. You guys have been amazing. Steve, Tim, Jody, Equipment, Jabes, Chris. Love you guys. Have yourselves an amazing day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.